Our focus is on verses 8 and 9 this morning as we continue our series through 1 Peter. And my question this morning that I want to begin with is, why does Peter tell these people what they are experiencing? It says, though you have not seen Him, you love Him. And though you do not see Him now, but believe in Him, you're believing in Him, you greatly rejoice. That's another thing you're doing. With joy inexpressible and full of glory, obtaining the outcome of your faith, the salvation of your souls. So he tells them what they are experiencing. You are loving Christ, and you are believing in Christ, and you are rejoicing in Christ, even though you haven't seen Him, and in all of this and through all of this, you're obtaining salvation. Now, why does he talk like that? Why does he tell them what they are experiencing, as though they didn't know what they were experiencing? Why do you tell somebody what they are experiencing? If you write a letter, you tell them what you're experiencing. You don't write letters to people to tell them what they're experiencing, right? The Bible is different from us in many ways, and that's one of them. And here's my answer to the question. I think Peter does this because he wants them to know what true Christianity really is, so that if they begin to drift away from it, there will have been presented to them a standard described in terms of their own experience that they will be able then to look back on to see what they have drifted away from. When I was thinking of it that way, I got a picture in my mind that helped me to get a handle on why you would talk this way to somebody. Christianity is the swimming in a river of godlessness against the stream, and you swim with the stroke of love to Jesus and faith in Jesus and joy in Jesus. And that's the stroke of your swimming against this stream of Christlessness in American culture that, if you stop swimming, will take you straight to the cataracts of judgment. And the coach, swimming coach, Peter, is on the side, on the bank of the river. And he notices this good stroke that they have. Love, faith, joy. Love, faith, joy. And he says, hey, look over here. And he takes a big flag called 1 Peter 1:8. And he says, look at this. This is where you are. And he plants it right there on the shore. Now watch this, he says. Because if you stop swimming, if you don't take the stroke of faith and the stroke of joy and the stroke of love to Christ, this current you live in that surrounds you, it's the air you breathe of Christless American or wherever they are culture, is going to take you backward. I think that's what he's doing here. And that's what I want to do this morning. I think I'll be faithful to this text if I wave the banner of 1 Peter 1:8, plant it right here, and say to any of you, are you looking at this from downstream? Are you looking at it dead on? Good. Keep stroking. If you're looking at it from downstream, wake up! And I hope you can hear me, because the noise of that cataracts will sooner or later drown out the noise of every gospel preacher if you get close enough to it, and it'll be too late. I think that's what's happening in describing to them their own experience. 5 things in this text. I won't talk about all of them in detail, but let me just point them out. They're very simple. You could all get them yourself. I hope you will get them right now out of the text. Number 1, they are loving Christ. This is true Christianity we're talking about now. This simple, plain, mere, true Christianity. They are loving Christ. That's number 1. Number 2, they are believing in Christ. Number 3, they are rejoicing in Christ. 4, they are in and through this obtaining the salvation of their souls. And 5, they don't see Christ. All this is happening even though they don't see Christ. Those are the 5 elements that I see. So true Christianity is the process of the soul being saved through love to Christ, faith in Christ, and joy in Christ in spite of not seeing Christ. That's true Christianity.